Have you ever wondered what gives our body structure, allow us to move and protects our vital organs all at once? That's the job of the skeletal system. Today, we're going to take a journey from head to toe to explore the 206 bones that support and shape us. And by the end, you'll have a better understanding of many of them. Let's begin at the top. We have the skull, the bony structure that protects our brain and gives shape to our face. So in the skull, we'll look at three important bones: the frontal bone, the maxilla, and the mandible. Right here is the frontal bone. This forms the forehead and the upper part of the eye sockets. It works like a protective shield for our brain and helps shape the upper face. Now, just behind the nose is the upper jaw, or also the maxilla. This is the upper jawbone that holds the upper teeth in place and also helps from the nasal cavity and part of the eye sockets. And down here is the mandible, or the lower jaw. This is the only movable bone in the skull, and it forms the lower jaw, and it's the reason we can talk, chew, and open our mouth. So moving down, let's look at the shoulders and the upper chest, which connect the arms to the body and allow a wide range of movement. So this bone here is the collarbone, or the clavicle. It sits just above the chest and connects the arm to the body, helping stabilize the shoulder. And behind it, it is the shoulder blade, or also known as the scapula. This flat, triangular bone helps anchor muscles and allows shoulder movement. Right here, where the upper arm meets the scapula, is the shoulder joint. It is a ball and socket joint which let us move our arm in many directions. And this long bone in the center of the chest is the sternum. Sternum is also known as the breastbone, and it connects to the ribs and protects the heart and lungs. And at the bottom tip of the sternum is the xiphoid process. It's small but very important for muscle attachment. And curving around the chest are the ribs here. This is the ribs. These bones form the rib cage, and there are 12 pairs, which protects our lungs and heart and helps with breathing. And now let's take a look at the spinal column, or backbone, which supports our body and protects the spinal cord. So this part. This long column running down the back is the spine, or also known as the spinal cord. Here, this is the spine. It's made of vertebrae stacked on top of each other, giving our body both structure and flexibility. Right here at the base of the spine is the sacrum. It connects the spine to the pelvis and helps support the weight of the upper body. Below the sacrum is the coccyx bone, or also known as the tailbone here. It's a small bone but it's very important. It helps with balance when we sit. Now let's move to the bones of the arms, which give us strength and flexibility for all kinds of movements. This bone in the upper arm is the humerus. It connects the shoulder to the elbow and helps us lift and rotate the arm. Speaking of elbow, here it is. The elbow joint that located in the middle of the arm, and it works like a hinge, allowing the arm to bend and straighten. On this side is the ulna, located in the pinky side in the forearm here. This is the ulna, pinky side of the forearm. It forms the inner part of the forearm and helps stabilize the elbow. And on the thumb size here, this is thumb size, is the radius here. And this bone rotates over the ulna to let us turn our hands over and back. Again, this is the ulna and this is the radius. Another is the hands. So we have two hands. Here it is, the left and the right. And it's made of many small bones that give us fine control, letting us grasp, hold, write, and do so much more. Next, let's look at the pelvic region, which supports the upper body and connects it to the legs. At the top here is the ilium. Ilium is the largest bone of the pelvis and helps support abdominal organs. And this joint here is the sacroiliac joint. This is the sacroiliac joint. It transfers weight from the spine to the legs. And below that is the ischium. This is the part that we sit on. At the front, we have the pubic bone. This is the pubic bone, the front center of the pelvis. Pubic bone helps protect internal organs and connects to the opposite pubic bone. And where both pubic bones meet is the pubic symphysis, a flexible cartilage joint that gives slight movement and flexibility. Here, in the center, this is the pubic symphysis. And finally, let's look at the legs, which carry our body's weight and help us move around in this part. So here's the hip joint, where the thigh bone meets the pelvis. Hip joint is another ball and socket joint that allows the leg to move forward, backward, and sideways. And this is the upper leg, also known as a femur, runs down the thigh. Femur is the longest and strongest bone in the body, supporting most of our weight. At the front of the knee is the patella or kneecap here. It protects the knee and improves how our leg muscles function. And this large bone, this is the tibia or shin bone. It bears most of our weight below the knee. And next to it is fibula. Here, the tiniest one. It's a fibula. It supports the ankle and stabilizes the leg. And lastly, the foot. Just like hands, there are 2 feet. Foot are made up of many bones that help us balance, walk, run, and jump. And that concludes our journey through the skeletal system, from the top of the skull and the tips of the toes. The skeletal system is essential for giving our body structure, protecting vital organs, and enabling movement. Each bone, whether big or small, plays a specific role in maintaining our body's function and balance. Together, they form a complex yet beautifully coordinated system that keeps us upright, active, and protecting our skeleton, truly the silent hero of the human body, always present and holding everything together. And that would be all. Thank you so much for your listening with me.